Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Mike's Talks and Thoughts here, back again with the Mayans MC Season 4 reviews, and today we have episode 9 here, The Calling of Saint Matthew here. Wow, we're up to the penultimate episode of the season here, but before we get started here, for any new viewers here on the channel, we are going to be doing a giveaway here at 1,000 subscribers. We are 165 subscribers away, so if you want to be entered for the giveaway, we're going to be giving away a nice prize here on the channel for 1K subscribers. Definitely hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. We're almost there. We're making this final push here in the summer to get there, and I can't wait to do that giveaway for you guys. So like I said, if you guys want to see that giveaway and have a chance to win a big prize here, definitely hit the subscribe button. We got a lot of big things planned on the channel for the summer and with giveaways moving forward here on the channel. But without further ado, let's get into the Mayans MC Season 4 review. So here in this opener, we get to see Galindo. He's looking over Marcus's family, and we get to see him and Marcus have a little interaction here. And, Galindo, from the last episode, we saw him talking with Albancaro's sister here. And we know that Miguel sort of has an offer here for Marcus and the Mayans here. So that's kind of how we start off the season here. Then we get to see JJ. JJ has been, in and out all season. This minor character who was with Easy in prison. And we get to see how he's basically blackmailing Easy here. JJ is basically saying to get me in as a Mayan, or I'm going to let everyone in there know that you're an informant. And, Easy, he doesn't really seem too intimidated by it, but JJ knows that he has this card and he can use it against Easy. We'll have to see how that goes. Does Easy end up killing JJ in the season finale? Will JJ become a Mayan and Easy fulfill his promise? We'll have to see. I think it's got to go one of those two ways. I don't think that JJ is going to rat on Easy. I think either Easy's going to give JJ his wish as becoming a Mayan, or he is going to have to whack JJ here. Then here we get to see Creeper's girl, and we get the review, of course, from this episode that she is an informant here. Now, this was a theory I actually haven't brought up in any of my videos, but I have been seeing it, online on Twitter and Reddit, that people were speculating that she was going to be an informant. They've been building her all season. I knew that there was something going to be planned with her, but we ultimately get to see here that, she's an informant, but she's not someone who's like, jumping head first into this. You can see she's really hesitant in doing this, and she's really uncomfortable, with all of the cameras being put up and whatnot, being checked in on. So, she is very affected by this as well. Then next here for the Mayans episode here, we get to see, what happens in the opener with Miguel and Alvarez talking about an offer here. And we see the meeting between Albancaro's sister and Miguel, meeting with Alvarez and Easy here, trying to work out this deal. And, Santo Padre, as talked about in this episode, really wants to take this deal because if they have this pipeline set up, then, they're protected against the other charters and against the Suns, because, they're going to have backup and they're going to have a reason to where they're actually valuable now. So this is definitely a big sign of things to come for the Santo Padre charter here. Then next here, we get to see another cameo appearance from Potter here. I don't think there was ever any trailers that teased Potter for this season, but this guy, this little weasel, keeps poking his head in and out of the Mayan storyline here. He comes in for these little storylines. At first he was involved with Easy and Angel back in the first few seasons, and now he's with Adelita here, and basically threatening her, involuntarily threatening her basically, and Potter just being sneaky as he is. It's always been his MO, to kind of piss the people off here. So it was just cool to see Potter back, but never been too big on him anyways. I don't think a lot of people like him as a character here, just a really sneaky little weasel, as I like to describe him. Then here, moving into the next big scene for the episode, we get to see, Nails and Angel finally having, like a one final conversation or kind of a goodbye here. They kind of let all their thoughts out. Angel's like, I'm sorry for everything that happened. And Nails basically tells him that you have a great heart, but the rest of yourself needs to get to where your heart is. And, they kind of just have a little final conversation here for they're going their separate ways here. Then next here, we get to see Bishop and Maggie. Maggie was the girl who was at Marcus's wife's birthday here. They teased this back a few episodes with, them kind of having a little bit of tension here. But, when I saw in the previews that she was going to be, or they were going to be referencing back to that episode, I had a feeling that she was going to be making an appearance here, and we get to see her at the laundromat, and, Bishop is there, and now they're trying to build Bishop again into a relationship with this woman. I'm not sure how that's going to work again. If it goes far, they might have her play into the story where, she either gets killed or she's working with someone or something like that, where, she could be involuntarily involved with the Mayans here. And speaking about Mayans, we get to see Letty. We see the aftermath of Coco's demise here. She's able to go look at Coco's body, and Hope ends up leaving and, stacking his clothes. And, she gets to look at Coco's pictures and his mind's cut, and just filled with so much emotion here, man. I really don't know where they're going to take Letty here throughout, the rest of the show run, because Coco is gone. So we'll have to see with her character if they're going to keep bringing her back. They might just end up, at the end of the season, kind of leaving her off for the remainder of the Mayan series here. We'll have to see, but just still so sad what happened with Coco. Then here, back at the Mayans table, I mentioned a little bit earlier that this was, they were talking with, Miguel and Albancaro's sister here, and they're talking about the pipeline. But we ultimately get to see here Taza speaking up and going nomad here. Wow. So I really thought that Taza in this moment was going to confess, everything that happened in season 3, with the whole Montez and Paulo situation. I really thought that he was actually going to confess in front of everyone, but instead he ends up asking to go nomad here. And for any of you who've watched Sons of Anarchy or Mayans, if you don't know, a nomad is someone who, is a free rider, goes off on their own. They're not affiliated with any charter at that point. They're still, a Mayan, but they're not with any club. In Sons of Anarchy, Happy was a nomad for a little bit, and Bobby also in the later seasons was a nomad here. So, Taza is looking to go nomad, and Alvarez grants his wish, and he kind of says his little goodbyes to everyone. So could that be the end of seeing Taza here? I don't think so. I think he will end up coming back for some reason or another. But they really haven't had much to do with Taza this season. They did so much with Taza last season, but this season he's just been in the background like all season. They just really haven't had much to do with his character. So maybe this is a way to kind of get him off of the show. Taza going nomad. I guess I'm fine with that decision here from the Mayans creators here. Then next here, let's move into Emily's side of the story from this episode. From the last few episodes here, Emily, has been really worried, trying to get her sister and her son to safety here, but it does not end up working out the way she plans. Her sister ends up getting killed here. Emily keeps calling her, and she ends up getting killed. I kind of felt like that this was going to happen. When they were having that little conversation, it kind of felt like the end, that one of them wasn't going to make it out. And of course, Erin, her sister, does not. So where does this leave Emily at this point? With her son, and then will she go back to Galindo? Will she turn to Easy? How will she, get out of the situation that she's in this season? We also get to see the continuation of Easy and Felipe. The tension is still strong there. I wonder what's going to happen with them in the season finale here. Going to be really interesting to see. But finally here, the final scene we get to see for this episode is Creeper's girl confessing pretty much. They have the little talk in the bed, and as he's kind of opening it up too much, she takes him into the bathroom and whispers in his ear kind of what's going on. You can kind of see his reaction a little bit, but that's when they cut to black here for the episode. And for me, I think this was definitely a solid episode. Nothing too spectacular here, but the calling of St. Matthew, I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10 here. For a penultimate episode, I thought it was okay. It could have always been better, but I think it was definitely a solid episode. They build on a lot of stories. There was people who get killed in this episode, so, a little bit of action here. But I'm really expecting big things from this season finale here. They got to hit it big here on the season finale for Mayans here. And hopefully they end up doing that. I'd like to hear your guys' opinions in the comment section below, what you think they could do for the finale, and also what you thought of this episode here. So yeah, without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the Mayans MC Season 4 Episode 9 review. Take care and peace out.